Hi, my name is Myra Tanksley, and I am recording this on January the 3rd, 2014. And as I promised, I will be posting some revealing audio tapes of all the corrupt, evil, sick people that are in me and my son's lives. And to give you a background, he's 20 years old, he's autistic, he was illegally committed to a state of Ohio intermediate care facility for the mentally retarded. My son is not moderately retarded, which is required by law to civilly commit an individual to a facility like that. And there has been nothing civil about the way he's been treated there. He's been treated like an inmate. He's not allowed to have phone calls with me. He's only allowed to have 60-minute visits with me once a week. But part of that is because they don't want me over there collecting all their dirt, which was really not my thing. I'm just a vessel being used, and so is my son. There is a God, people, and people seem to forget about that. And he's not happy when helpless people are being abused. And, you know, there's times he just decides he wants to get right in the thick of things and do what he needs to do with people. So in all of that, I'm actually saying I am a Christian. I know God is in this. But back to this tape, the system has a lot of dirty tricks and devices, and unfortunately these sick people have titles and positions where they can abuse their power. And to block a parent like me that fights for their child and is willing to challenge the system, they took my guardianship away. Now the attorney, I'm getting ready to put out his tape too. The attorney that filed the motion is now deceased. You know, he died unexpectedly a few weeks ago. And the way he bragged and about his abuse of power and how he runs over people, that's what he told me. He runs over people. And that he had a big mouth, and he thought he was a phenomenon, and probate court just loves him because he had like 10,000 hours in probate court. And I felt sorrowful for this man, especially when he talked about how he was over, what the court always took his side when he was co-guardian with this preacher. This lady's a preacher, you know, is what he said. And I kind of felt a foreboding for this attorney, because I said, well, you know, all preachers are not Christian, but, you know, this might have been a preacher that had been praying that God would, you know, deal with him. And I felt a foreboding, and little did I know within a year he would be deceased. So anyway, that tape is coming out. But back to this tape, he was the one that filed for removal of my guardianship. And first he had told me that it was because I wouldn't sign the papers and stuff. And then when he found that that wasn't true, but that's what he had already signed and filed, that I needed to be removed because I wouldn't sign the papers. Well, when that wasn't true, he went ahead and said I was uncooperative with healthcare professionals. No, I'm uncooperative with anybody that abuses my son. I'm an RN. I'm a healthcare professional myself. So I have no problems with assessments and evaluations and treatments. That's part of what I do as a profession. So, but just to show you the lies and the corruption of probate court of Franklin County, Ohio, and attorney Aaron Sanford. And I'm not slandering nobody. Here's the evidence right here. You'll see it in the document that they sent me, because I did file for objections that Judge Robert Montgomery of probate court overruled. Is full of slander of me, and I could pick it apart. Like, I'm going to pick this one section apart. That's what this audio tape is about, because probate court said that Sanford told them that I created a disturbance at Grant Medical Center when Marquise was at one of the appointments, and because they created a left forearm cyst, and I'll be putting that on the Facebook page, and that I was escorted out. And actually, the day that the security guard came, Sanford wasn't even there. So that's lie number one. And it was on July the 18th, 2013. And that was the day that Marquise showed up with the first pair of dirty Play-Doh. And he had told me that two employees, different employees, had hit him in the hip. But everything was fine because I actually went back into the exam room with him, actually gave him his Long John Silvers, took the Play-Doh and took pictures of it on the counter in the exam room. All of that's on the Facebook page. She wasn't there. But while I was doing that, the receptionist for Grant came in and said, well, you're going to have to leave because I just called risk management. And since you're not the guardian, they want you to leave. Then 5 seconds later, here came the security guard. And he told me I had to leave. Now, I didn't record that because at that time, I was had just finished taking pictures of the Play-Doh that I found in my son's ear. I still have them. I have both pairs of the dirty Play-Doh. The second pair was actually found in his ear just last week on Christmas Day, December 25th, 2013. But anyway, as we were, because I didn't want to leave, and Marquise was like, where, you know, where my mother at, you know? And I wasn't there to try to really make a whole lot of medical decisions. I was there being a mother to support and be an advocate for my son, because the system ain't advocating for him. You know, that's why he's being abused. You know, ain't nobody cared about him being attacked and punched and all this stuff. So, you know, and that's why, like I said, I look at the federal government. You know, and it's almost like, oh, you know, you're allowing these people to abuse helpless residents in state facilities. I mean, ain't nobody can say I haven't proven it. Now, sick people can deny it all they want, but, you know, you can't deny it. If you got any brains, you know, you can't deny it if you can hear, if you could see the things that I have put on that Facebook page. And that's just a little bit of the evidence that I have as far as tapes, documents, and pics. So anyway, you'll see that's what I have her, what probate court stating, and this is the judge, stating that that's what she said. So it just proves what a liar she is. And this tape is actually, when he escorted me out, I realized that, you know, I didn't have my tape recorder on because I had just finished taking pictures. I wasn't able to tell Marquise bye. And the next time Marquise see me at the visit, because we only could visit once a week, and I got that on tape because I take my son because I want people to hear how he feels about things. And he interrupted us and like what happened to you, you know? Now he's autistic and he has a right to have the comfort and support of his mother. But when they do abuse their power and take your guardianship away so they can try to block you from doing and fighting for your son legally. But this is God's thing, and he's revealing everything. And when God's angry with you and he wants to expose you, all he has to do is just pick who he believes can do it, and you will be exposed. You cannot defeat God. So the tapes are coming out. So that's what this tape is about. Sorry about the long narrative. But people just can't believe it. And I said, well, I can prove it. This ain't no make-believe. But you will hear him tell me just plainly as we were walking down the hall, well, you have to leave because you don't have parental rights and you're not the guardian. So it wasn't because I was creating a disturbance. Grant didn't want me there because they were scared that, you know, they know how I feel about my son, but they was like, yeah, we can get her out of here because she's not the legal guardian no more. Woo-hoo, you know. You know, they don't want to deal with a parent that will fight for their child and fight for their rights And so it just proves what a liar she is. And I'm on, I got some things on probate court too, And I just want people to know, this is the real deal. When you're dealing with corrupt, sick people like that, all you do is just collect evidence. So you will hear this officer or security guard for Grant Medical Center in Columbus, Ohio, said I have to leave because I don't have parental rights, and I'm not the guardian. I'm not the guardian. And the guardian wasn't there. He didn't say, well, you're disturbing the peace, and he didn't say nothing like that, like what probate court said in this document to override my objections. So here it is, and thank you for listening. Of course, I'm putting all of this stuff on the Facebook page too. And here it goes. Thank you.
Okay, you're telling me I have to leave because of what?
Because you do not have the power of attorney over him. And that if his legal guardians are in the president of the room, they cannot give consent for you to be there.
Well, she can't give me consent. I'm the mother.
Look, you have no parental rights because he has
Well, he's wrong.
You need to go, man.
No, he's not a
You
child.
need to go.
I just not.
Okay. So, there you have it. And, of course, when he told me I need to go, we were actually walking down the hallway. We weren't, because I had left the room, because I don't want to get Marquise all triggered and escalated when because right now, he'll tell CDC staff, stop talking to my mother that way and stuff, and, oh, he's just wonderful. He just, feels pain. He feels my pain and everything else, but I didn't think that we should have that conversation in front of Marquise. So when he had appeared at the door and said I had to leave, I looked back at Marquise, and actually he was still eating his Long John Silver's, and he was like, huh? And then I left, and I didn't want to really get Marquise upset. So he told me this during the walk down the hallway to the elevator. But there it is, and it just proves that probate court will lie on you, attorneys will lie on you, and like I said, they need to be removed. She needs to be removed as not only my son's pretended guardian, but as an attorney, because that's not ethical to lie on people, Miss Sanford. And then probate court, that judge needs to be removed, because they're just abusing their power. They're violating my rights. And if anybody should be ethical, it should be an attorney. There's few things worse than a scummy, lying attorney that abuses their power, doesn't really truly represent clients, and lie on people. Of all the professions, that ought to be the most ethical one. So, but it just proves, just because you got a law degree and you got JD behind your name, you could be just as evil and scummy as any criminal out on the street. And these people are just legalized criminals that's allowed to abuse their power. So there you have the tape of, or you hear the tape of the Grant security guard actually contradicting what probate court said about me in the overrule of my objections, that simply stated I was not creating a disturbance. Aaron Sanford was not even there that day. He even admitted that the guardian was not there that day, and she wasn't. And most importantly, I was removed or told to leave Grant because I didn't have parental rights, and I was not the legal guardian, and the legal guardian wasn't there. So there you have it, lie exposed. Thank you for listening.